Can you hear? Is this working? Okay, that's working. Sorry, I had to... Hold on. And this should be working too. Let me just verify that fact. Yes, that's working. Let me see. Yes, that's working. Okay, so I want to turn the sound a little bit up on this. Hello everyone, sorry about that. I was working out some of the devices. I just wanted to check that. Let me turn up my sound a little bit. Okay, so it's been a while since I've streamed Ace Attorney, so I'm excited to be doing that. We'll see how this holds up. I have a couple announcements to make real quick. Sorry also about the visual of my camera right now. The light, it's a bit bright, so it's kind of washing me out right now. But anyway, so a couple announcements. First, I would like to thank both Hoss00312 and Hoss00312 and then I or whatever that is, for subscribing. They subscribed in September, on September 10th. I just didn't get to bring that up last, or I didn't bring that up last time, so I'd like to thank them now for that. Second off, working with a whole new application this time around. So before I was using a phone thing so I could stream from my phone the game, but this time we're streaming it from my computer directly, so we're going to be using Citra nightly. So this, I've tested it out, it got us to where we need to be. It's great. So, yeah. Gotta turn myself up a little bit more again. Oh, maybe that's too high. But either way, I think we're just about ready to go. Hold on. Gotta turn this up a little bit more. So, I'm really excited because we're going to be starting episode 3, which is the school theme, and it's very apt because school is in session now. But, apologies for being so out of, lately. It's taken me 7 months to get back to this game, but I'm really glad to be back to it. Things have just been really busy and rough lately, but in a good, really good mood today. Wanted to stream today. I think I'm on a good, path as far as, like, kind of mental cycle. But anyway, without further ado, let's not do any more deliberation on this. Maybe that's a little too loud. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's a bit too loud. So let me turn you down a little bit. Okay. Okay. Bass. Streamer mode is enabled. Is that true? Hold on. Sorry, I just need to check my thingy real quick. So... Wait. Okay, that's weird. I thought it would be, you know, doing the thing where it... Oh well. So let's just get started. I don't have to worry about that right now. But... let's go. That's still a little bit loud. Might want to turn it down to like 8. Okay. So, we're going to be starting with episode 3, Turnabout Academy. Let's... Okay. Start from the beginning of this episode? Yes. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy.
Athena's Legal Academy. A prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Weirdo. Cult I like much? Jeez. Oh, that's close to today's date. Sorry, I'm just trying to open up the chat real quick. But I have to log in for that. Bonus, okay. So where's the chat bar? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let us begin then. So. Okay. And disable real quick, but then enable. Okay, well, stream mode's being weird. Anyway, October 24th, 1:25 p.m., Athena Legal Academy. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Oh, we finally. So this is it, the illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. Is this... Okay, this sound was good. Okay. I'll see if When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. I relate on the getting there late thing though. October 24th, 1:29 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. First floor hallway. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stairs? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial's about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Looks like all these students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. October 24th, 1:33 p.m., Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall. Wow, high tech. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Oh, hey Athena, over here. Ah, Mr. Wright. Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. For our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it appears Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Meads, a professor at this hallowed hole of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Teresa used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I'd better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Demas Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Today's plans. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does it involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting, "Objection!" The proper way to strike the podium. How to protect one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial. The crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student of the lawyer course and the top student of the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script by a judge course student and base our case on that. Interesting. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor waiting ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a third year in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? the Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. So there's a prologue to the, to this case's, this game's pilot episode where we see Juniper Woods again, but she's actually on in the defendant's seat when that time comes around. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's only one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. That's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Cord as soon as she gets here. Oh, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. Settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Athena Legal Academy, first floor waiting room. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hidden in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Ah! What was that? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, first floor hallway. One second. I just want to check something real quick. Sorry, just one moment. almost done. Okay, I don't think I'll be able to work out. This stream remote thing. That's okay. Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, outdoor stage. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Uh-oh. Ah! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way, this can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But... Okay, you're the boss. Okay. Let's get right started. So here's our first murder. I mean, here's our murder in this episode. Let's see. Our murder victim here. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I'd better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. What to look at first, though? What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait! What if it's her diary? That's the most important thing a girl has! True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Court's planner added to the court record. So yeah, in this episode we're playing as Athena primarily. Or like, I think only. There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide in any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right. Where could the killer have shot her from? The stage, as I said, is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Arrow added to the court record. Hey! Yeah, she got yeeted. We think by an arrow. So, Kate or Nick, I don't know who's using this account right now, but yeah. So basically, what happening is we're playing as Athena Sykes right now. She's a new lawyer working with Phoenix Wright to figure out what happened here. Yeah, she is dead. But what we're really debating over at this point is whether she was shot with the arrow. Oh, Caitlin's not there right now. Okay, got you. Well then, hey Nick, good to see you. What was I saying? Right. The real debate is over whether she was just stabbed with the arrow or if it was literally shot from a bow. So that's kind of what we're wondering. And it looks like she had some, like, rope marks here or something. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. That's smart. That's a good point. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It appeared that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until they started the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean that she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. She was definitely restrained at some point. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Yikes. Nice. Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. Ha, 50 Shades of Grey reference. Black faces. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Ugh, it's a little morbid. Alright, thanks Nick for lurking. I'll be around for Unite later. When we play. I'll probably be only streaming for like 3 hours, so. Talk to you then. Cheese? I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard? There's supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Was a newspaper there? There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? The article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. Yeah, that's clearly tabloid material. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. Themis Herald added to the court record. Oh shoot. There's just really not much of interest here. At least that's what my intuition tells me. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Paul and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they're waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover these statues? Oh, that's a bag. It looked to me like it was some part of the statue, like some rubble or something. I guess I just leave the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Oh, God. Whew, listen. Something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right. And we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same, exactly the same. Whoa there, Paul. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? Shoot. What if I were to do that? No, that doesn't help. Sorry, I'm really trying to figure out this Discord streamer mode. Oh. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor lecture hall. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at Legal Academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena! Athena, there you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy, which is actually how we see her in the first episode, which is kind of interesting to see that she kind of, you know, turns around to it again. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? Juniper Woods. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but... I wanted to ask you why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. One second. I just need to sync my Discord. Okay, so I gotta... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out really quick. I think I should be able to... Connections... Boom. Now streamer mode, enable. Boom. Okay, now it's working. Sorry, I finally got it working. Okay, let's proceed. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until... well... you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. Constance Court. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean if all of the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the ones she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie! Oh, thank you, but... now, Professor Court is... who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. The mock trial. Why do you need a script and a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. It was suddenly a big pain in the... I mean, that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so the case could go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. That's pretty hard to write a script like that. You're basically making a story, a mystery story, where multiple interpretations are possible and encouraged, based on the evidence available. That's pretty good. From a writer's perspective, that's very impressive. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! What the? I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two? Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes? Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. My name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Ugh. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm starting to be a prosecutor, like the really cool guy kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? And what's that bracelet contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyers and the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer, course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, course student. Will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on, your role's way just beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial's just a start! She's also in the school festival's main event! Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Whoa! Yikes. I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie's singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Your performance. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Wow, let's go. This I really like because it's a reference to Apollo Justice. This is the clothing that the singer who, spoiler, is Paul's mom, wore on stage. It's a nice homage to Apollo's mother. Very cool stuff. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you all were always good at that kind of thing. I also, yeah, I agree with Athena. I love the constellation star theme. It's just lovely. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up at these stars in the middle of the forest. Huh. So you're a fan of the night sky, then? Wow, Paul, didn't know you're such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait. You had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. What the... savage. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. Stage costume added to the court record. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure